Hi, my name is ABC Matt, and if you're new to the channel, I'll go to yard sales, estate sales, rumor sales, buy things on the cheap, and sell them on platforms like eBay. Today I'm at an estate sale. Let's see what we can find. So the first thing I got is the Pan Am bag, and I wanted the Pan Am bag so badly, and I got it. This house is a 2-bedroom, 987 square feet, so you could be bumping into people. I wanted to get the Atari system first, but then someone first in line picked it up before me. So the Pan Am bag was great to have. So the hats, I was talking to someone that was online who wanted the hats too. So I gave it to him, but there was one that I wanted, which was the 1984 McDonald's Olympics hat, and he gave it to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. The next thing I wanted to pick up was these mini helmets, so I'm going to take them all. I'm not going to leave any behind, except for those really mini figure helmets. Those come out of gumball machines back then, so I didn't want those. But everything else on that little tray, I wanted all of it. So
really?
Wrapped it all.
I got him.
Which? Oh, okay. You want the mini ones? You could take the mini ones.
You're good, man. You're good.
Okay.
So I'm just looking around to see what else is here in this particular room. It's a small room, so I wanted to just check on stuff. The Life board game is old, but I didn't want to deal with the game pieces and stuff like that. So I go to the next room. Next room is another small bedroom. And in here there's books, there's the sneakers over here. Sneakers are not worth anything in my eyes. The books, if you're willing to sell those encyclopedias and stuff, go ahead. More power to you, but you know, it's too heavy, so I didn't deal with that. Nothing else great in this room. There's a bowling ball and bag, another heavy piece, and pretty much tchotchkes here, you know, lotions, stuff like that. I looked at this Columbia tin. It just has a wallet in it. They go for like around $10. So nothing wowed me over here in this room, so I left. So it's pretty much just one bedroom and the living room. You know, the living room had that Atari system, but there's other things in here that I want to look at. So once the guy goes away, you see a cast iron. I think the cast iron was going for like 35 or 40, I forgot. So there's no profit to be made on that. The Atari games, I was like, oh, they still have the boxes, let me pick them up. And then I went to the outside backyard, not to see the items there or in the shed, more that the house is so small and I wanted to camp out the games. So I said I need some room, so I went out in the back and found a little area so I could just camp these games out. So I'm just navigating more, and I see cards here, and you know, that's my forte, and I'm looking at them, and they're all pretty much from the junk era. So in my eyes, they are strictly junk. Cards are only worth like $1 or $2, if that, so it's not worth my time. So roaming around, and there's some bins that have magazines on it. They're Beckett magazines. Back then you would look at these guys just to see the prices of the value of the cards. Now they're not worth anything because people comp them via eBay and 130 Point and other sites. So the Beckett magazines are not worth anything. Now, unless you get like a Michael Jordan Beckett or something significant, then you grade them. Then there's some value in it, but then you gotta put money in.
Kick you at the next yard
So
sale. Yeah, you'll say what
I'm looking at the shed area just to see if anything's worthwhile, but there's nothing there for me. So I went to the backyard, and like I said, I went out to comp those games I'm holding in my hand. So I don't know why the first person in line only grabbed the Atari and not the games. If I was able to get the Atari, I would have got the games too to bundle them up together. But the games alone, you know, it's a little bit of the meat on the bone to resell. I just thought it was cool to have the boxes with it, because normally when you find Atari games in the wild, they usually don't have the box included with the manual. So this was these three was in a complete box for all three of them.
There's a folding one right there.
Yeah.
And then a couple of smaller ones over there.
Are you grabbing it?
No. That one of those was.
Ah, it didn't look that great.
So for my last hurrah, I went back into the living area just to see if there's anything worth it before I go. Cast iron, like I said, there's no profit to be made. Shelves, nothing there in particular. The Coca-Cola dinner tray, not worth anything. But I did see this bin over here. Now normally when you see this kind of bin, you think it's worth, it has like $1, $2, maybe $5 in it. But I'm searching and I found a Leatherman tool. Now normally a Leatherman tool goes for a decent amount selling wise, but I wasn't sure about the mini one. The mini one had all the paperwork, the tool hardly touched, so I wanted to check the comps for it. And to my eyes, those comps for this mini Leatherman tool, it's worth $50. So I think that was worth it. I had to pick that up. So anyway, next up is my haul. So in my haul, you're gonna see 39 helmets, baseball helmets. And then I'm showing you the individual ones that are worth a little bit more. These are worth like about $8 a piece. These are the helmets you used to get with it, ice cream in it in the stadium. So now they have some value to it because they're vintage. So these in particular, like I said, $8. For some reason, certain ones go for more than others. Then we have the football helmets, also for ice cream. Then we have the Space Invaders and the other Atari games, still complete in the box, meaning they still have the manual and the game and the box. And then next up is the Pan Am bag, another vintage piece, and then the 1984 Olympics USA McDonald's hat, and then the Leatherman tool. So next up is the comp. Appreciate it, guys.